Hey everyone, I'm Stephen Kalayjian, and welcome to Back to the Futures. We're here this Thursday. Obviously, the markets are taking a pause today in the honoring of President Jimmy Carter, who passed away. And the markets are now closed for the day. And with that being said, this is a really great tradition that we honor a president who passed away, and the financial markets and the banks are closed, a national holiday here. So again, really, I decided instead of doing a rerun to be here today because there were so many great patterns this week and especially yesterday. And, this is a great opportunity where people are home now. They can watch this. Again, you can replay this. You can join me on X at Steve Kalayjian, at Stephen Kalayjian. And, so basically, what I wanted to do the show today, I was like, come on, let's do a rerun. No. Let's do a live show. And it's important, hey, listen, I'm here. I got nothing better to do. I'm going to the Orange Bowl tonight to watch Penn State and Notre Dame. So, you know what? I'm going to leave in about an hour and a half. So we're just going to go and just knock out this show here. But again, thank you for allowing me to teach you. Let me guide you. There's nothing greater than the futures markets. So many great patterns. And people are blowing up my phone from all around the world who are just dying to learn to trade futures. And for me, there's no greater asset. I love the futures markets. Number one, they're liquid. Number two, it's just, I love to do the correlations between the underlying ETF and the continuous contract. And I told you many times, I've taught this to some of the top hedge fund managers in the world. And being able to, you just can't look at just an index chart. You got to look at the underlying ETF during the U.S. session. Just going to, before I start, I got to meet someone this week who came from Ohio, spent a couple of days with me here, took it upon himself, decided that he wanted to come here and learn from me, and came with his wife and his two children, and made it like into like a mini 4 or 5 day type of getaway from Ohio. Just got 10 inches of snow, so he's kind of happy. Just went back yesterday, and it just really touched me. He was up $8,500 for the month trading, a pretty good amount, and he decided right before he went to sleep to go short a NASDAQ future. And when he got up around, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning to check on the position, he was down $3,000. And then he added. And guess what? He lost the $8,500 he was up for the month, right? So I wanted to start off by talking about this because, and he says to me, help me with my discipline. I'm like, I can't help you with discipline. That has to come from within. I'm not a psychologist, right? And, there was a psychologist once, Ari Kayev, and I met Ari, and Ari was a good friend of a big hedge fund manager that he would go and sit with all the different traders in the fund. But I'm not a psychologist, I just know the rules of the game, that's something that you really shouldn't be doing, right? You're up $8,500 and there's enough volatility, enough great patterns in the day. To me, what he did was gambling. That, to me, is an absolute no-no. If you want to gamble, go bet on red or black or a number, and you'll know within 4 or 5 minutes of a spin, 3 to 5 minutes, if you're going to be right or wrong. I don't understand the mindset. It's not something I would do. And I just don't understand why people want to be so self-destructive. So I wanted to start off by saying this, even though the markets are closed, but I hear so many stories in my life in doing this. And this is exactly why they say that most practically all day traders fail. You're gambling. Okay, you're gambling and you don't know what you're doing. You don't have a mentor. That's why I decided to do what I'm doing here now. With my 41 plus years of experience trading real capital, traded my whole life in the industry. And when I started my first day, when I was on the American Stock Exchange, when I became a specialist clerk, I bought an option of Feb 50 call, an American can, and I learned that experience, right? You got to know, put stops in, never average down like I did, and I got lucky. But the point of the matter is to be up $8,500 for the month. And you have a wife and two young children, a 5 and a 3-year-old. It just ripped my heart out to hear this story. I'm like, and I'm walking with him as I'm getting my coffee and everything to the cafeteria here. He's like, can you help me with? I go, I can't help you with that. That's something that's within. If that was me, you go to bed, you sleep at night, you gambled. You gambled that money. You took that $8,500 and you went all in, right? And I just want you to hear these stories because I want it to resonate with you, because I don't want you to fall into that. Okay. Now, he swore to me he would never do it ever again. Okay. Whether he does or not, he doesn't owe me anything, but he owes it to himself and his wife and his two children, right? Me, who am I? Right? I'm just someone that wants to guide you, educate you, and put you on the right course and teach you how to use the software and make you consistent, right? That's my job, because my legacy depends on your success. But I just got to tell you, I have not stopped thinking about and I really have to tell you, what a really great person. I felt that he's a very religious man, whether that doesn't here nor there to people. He touched me. He was a good man, a good, hardworking person. He has a full-time job at home. Takes certain portions of his day to trade the market, which he's allowed to do, and was up $8,500. And he was going to get a nice check in his account, right? So, I just wanted to start off by saying that obviously the markets are quiet here. I'm going to get into some great patterns in a minute, but I wanted to start off because obviously the markets are closed today. But it just really, I haven't stopped thinking about it. And every time I saw this man, he was next to me here in my live stream. And you know what? It just really I just said to myself, I got to start off by talking about this. And trust me, I could write a book bigger than War and Peace. There are so many stories out there of people not applying stop orders. And I say to people, do you have children? Yes. Okay. Or do you have children? No. Okay. Do you drive a car with children or no children? Do you apply a brake? Do you just go right through that red light or right through that stop sign or right through that intersection? Okay. Do you apply a brake ever? So a brake is like a stop order, right? So, and then most people don't even understand when I'm teaching them how to use the stop order, okay, as a market stop versus a limit stop. I have to go into a whole, understanding the difference between a stop market and a stop limit, buy and or sell. And I had to do that this week. And, it's in fast markets, the fast market, I've seen fast markets before. That's when you're on the Board of Trade or the COMEX or the CME, and you see a big F next to the price. That means a fast market. Means good luck. Things are going. Don't rely on what you're seeing. You could be trading evens here and halves over there. In the days of the open market outcry. And so stop orders to me are important because you have to put whether it's a mental stop or you put a stop market in. And a stop market is once it's touched, you just get filled at the next market price. But people don't realize when you put a stop limit order in, and let's say, for example, you see right here. Let's just say, for example, the S&Ps, you have a stop limit right here, right? And then boom, it just drops 10 handles like that. Well, if you're offering, let's just say at 50 and it blows right through 50 and it's trading 54, it goes right down to 46 and you don't get filled, you become what's called if you're offering a stop limit at 50 and it blows right through a market order, you may get filled at 49, 49 and a quarter, 48 and a half, whatever the next print is, you're getting filled, right? But on a stop limit, if it goes through, and you don't, and if the only way you're gonna get filled on a stop limit if it's 50 bid for like 500 and it touches there and then you get filled, unless when he whacks out the whole 50 bid, now it becomes your offer, or you're offering now at 50 on a limit, stop limit. So a lot of people need to understand that and learn that, okay, and that's really important because when you're trading futures or trading period and you're trading your own capital, this is the major leagues, right? So you really want to be able to do it right and make sure you know the rules of the game. Just give you an example. My daughter was playing pickleball in a tournament, and it was an amateur tournament, right? And my daughter, very, very skilled athlete, Florida State, University of Georgia, women's soccer. Um, and so, so they were playing in the tournament, and they didn't know every rule. They knew probably 85, 90% of the rules. So there was one rule that they didn't know, and the woman got mad at her and her friend in the tournament. And she's like, okay, I get it. We're in an amateur tournament. This is not, a professional tournament where, you're playing for money and you guys are all ranked. So my daughter said, I didn't know every rule. And I said to her, go and brush up on the rules and learn more. So in the next tournament, you know everything there is. She goes, you're right. So again, the point I'm trying to make is you got to know the rules of the game here, right? You got to know what you're getting involved in. If you're trading and you're using stop orders, I can't give any recommendations, but to me, I would only use a mental stop if it's getting close or a stop limit. A stop market, buy stop or sell stop market. Okay. All right. Wanted to touch on that because, it's really important because I hear so many stories with people. And another great one is trading into a number. Now, tomorrow we have the 8:30 jobs number, the unemployment number. And you got to be insane. Even the best guys I know in the world, the biggest traders, they sit on their hands and they wait for the news to come out. It was where a guy I know very, very well. Okay. He waits for the number to come out. Then I'll go and trade the S&Ps or the 30-year bonds. Won't touch gold, but the 30-year bonds in the gold market, So, for me, I just want everybody to realize and understand that, when you're trading the markets, okay, it's really important to understand that you want to be in a situation that's going to benefit you. Don't be your own worst enemy. Don't be self-destructive, but more so be prudent to the game. Learn the game. Wait patiently. Remember my 5 keywords: consistency, discipline, confidence, patience, and passion, right? And you got to be patient. Let the pattern set up. You got to be able to have the passion and consistency. Well, consistency is everything about life. And I took these 5 words because when I was playing baseball, okay, I took these 5 words in the game of baseball and I took them. I said, wow, what a similarity, game of baseball and trading, right? Because baseball, literally, I could have played 20 hours a day. I love the sport, right? I was very, very, very good at it, okay? Had all 5 great tools. So the point is that now you go from the game of baseball into the art of trading, and you take those 5 keywords. Discipline, right? Very big word. You hit your goals for the day, stop, you lose money, you hit your goal, you stop, you watch, you listen. You never do what's called revenge trading. Revenge trading is the absolute worst. Revenge trading. I've seen so many people revenge trade. About a month and a half ago, a guy was up $9,000, 9,000, I think, or $9,000 during the day. In the day, that gentleman was up $8,500 for the month. This guy was up $9,000 for the day. And guess what? He wiped that out +2. He was up 9, lost 11. Come on, man. That's crazy. You can't be happy making $9,000. Most people make $9,000 in 2 months working 9 to 5. That's why that's why they say most day traders fail, because people use this as a form of gambling, and it's just not the right mentality. If you ask me, it's wrong. Be consistent. Wait for the right pattern. Learn the patterns, because these patterns, based upon my research, repeat themselves every single day. And that is the most important. Listen, I'm going to show you some great patterns here, but this is important. Day off here today. They say, come on, let's do a taped show. I go, absolutely not. Absolutely not. We're going to do a live show. And there's a lot I want to get out. Okay. The stories I've had, I literally could write a book on every story that I've heard from people. And I just sit there and I just listen. I'm like, I don't know. I don't have that mindset. I just don't have that mindset. Okay. I just don't have it. But whatever it is, I just, again, okay. So I hope you understand the message here today. All right. Please. And it's important. I do a live stream every day from 9 to 4. And I have people reaching out to me all over the world. And I love it. I give out my phone number because I want people to know I relate to them. I want people to know that I'm here because I want to help them change their lives. I want to help them be consistent. I do this every single day because I love it. I love meeting new people, but I also love when people are doing well. On my way here, I was getting ready. The phone rang, and a guy called me and said, I just want to say thank you. Thank you for everything you've done. You've taught me. You've changed my life. And I said, wow, that's very nice of you. I thank you for calling me. That really means a lot. And God bless you and have a wonderful day. See, this is why I do it. I do this because I didn't know this guy was going to call me. This guy called me out of left field, and he called me as I was walking out the door to come here today, right? So it gives me the inspiration. It gives me the passion to keep wanting to do this, because that call just made my day, right? And I get these calls all the time, and I get people reaching out to me from all over the world, and to me, there's nothing greater. A gentleman called me from Egypt today, and it's just people all around the world willing and wanting to learn to trade and be effective, be consistent, have the discipline. But you got to break habits. You got to break really bad habits. Listen, nobody likes to take a loss. I don't like to take a loss. I'm telling you now, I don't like to take it, but I take it. Preservation of capital. But guess what? Boom, I come right back. Okay. Story, had a great trade going up, boom, making money, boom, making money, boom, I got stopped, boom, I went right back in, I made the money back up, boom. Next, you got to stop out, boom, you wait, boom, I rebought it, boom, the price I bought it at wasn't right, I stopped myself out, I bought it again, boom, and then it ran. Okay, made back the loss and then some. A little bit more than I lost, but still made back the loss. Okay, there's always another trade. Always another trade. I think that's the story here, the message. Don't get married to a position. You trade a position. Okay. All right. So I thought that this was a good time to just get into a lot of these stories that I've heard over the, and people I've met. And again, without mentioning names, means nothing, but these stories are true. Okay. And it pains me that I hear these stories because I want people to do well. I want people to do not well, actually great. I want them to be able to have a life-changing experience. And let me tell you something, right? Okay. If you could beat the market and take the money out of the market every single day, you're a winner. Okay. You're a winner. You're a winner. I don't care if it's $100, $500, $300, $700, $1,000. I don't care. When you win every single day and you beat this game, there's no greater feeling in the world. I'm telling you right now. In my opinion, I tell you right now, when I was trading with my assistant next to me and everything like that, I had like a rough idea how I did at the end of the day. I mean, because I did so much volume and everything, I was crazy, and I would see like a gross P&L, and then I would figure out my commissions and my floor brokerage and this and that. I got in the car, I'm like, wow, good day. That's it. And I literally thought about it for like 15, 20 seconds. And then I let it out of my head and just go enjoy the night, go to the gym, go eat, go relax. And then the next day, boom. Okay. The next day, right back at it again. One last thing before we start, I have some really great patterns here. I'm going to show you again, because everything I do is based upon divergence patterns. And if you can master the art of divergences, you've mastered the art of trading. Okay. So I get up early in the morning. I don't read the newspaper. I don't watch the news. I couldn't even give a crap. I really don't. I do know about corporate earnings coming out that could affect the market. And I do look at my market watch for the news. So there are 7 key numbers that come out of a 22 business day calendar, right? 8:30 tomorrow we have the employment number. Then you have CPI, PPI, GDP, durables goods, retail sales, and housing, right? 8, you have, I believe, 7 red, I call them red numbers. So tomorrow's a red number, right? And obviously they can affect the market up and or down right from the get-go. And it could, create a trend or a up and or down. But these numbers are very important. So really, in all honesty, I don't read the paper when I get up. I get into the mindset of just doing the same thing over and over again, like that movie Groundhog Day. If somebody ever wanted to follow me or do something in my life, I live the same day over and over again, practically, right? So that's important. So the mindset is I don't read the newspaper. That's me. I don't really put on any financial news. I do my own work. I want to see the corporate calendar earnings coming out. I want to see the economic calendars coming out. Okay. Again, whether you're trading the US session, the Tokyo session, or the European session. As a matter of fact, I spoke to somebody today that works 9 to 5 and wants to trade the currency markets, the currency futures at night. And I said, well, you better make sure, if you're looking at the European session, you better look at the European calendar for the same things, retail sales, employment, all those things, because they're going to affect the pairs that you're trading in the futures market. So again, it's not a hard game. It's not. If you just apply the strategy, the mindset, and that you have, and you keep your game plan intact, right? You just do your research, look at what's coming out. Don't jump in front of a train, right? As they say, wait till the dust settles. These cliches are out there for a reason. Like, I'll never, ever take a position before on like a number like tomorrow, ever. No reason to gamble. You wait for what's called the dust to settle, then you go in, and if you want, or you wait the dust settle 5 or 10 minutes or 15 minutes, and then you can wait, whatever you want. But let the number come out, let the market digest it, and then be ready to approach the market long and or short. Okay. Now, I want to show you this pattern here. Okay. First of all, you can see here, looking at the 60-minute time frame, we've been negative here since the ISM number that came out on Thursday at 10. Number came in hotter than expected, and boom, they got absolutely kabooshed, right? Okay. So when they got kabooshed there, okay, we had nothing but shorts on all these different patterns. Now you see the 60-minute time frame. First the 30 reversed to sell, then the 60 reversed to sell. My indicator 4 on the 60-minute time frame, which then meant me to do what? To go, and if I can find my chart here, where's the? I don't see my. Let me just change this to the 15-minute time frame here. Okay, so then it took us to take these shorts. Look at these great shorts here. Here's a short on the bear flag. Here's the other short on the 15. So when the 60 correlated with the 30 and the 15, you then look to short the bounces on the 15-minute time frames. Now, do you see this pattern right here? Do you see this right here? Okay. All right. You see this pattern right here? I'll make it bigger. I'm going to draw my horizontal line. I call the monster long right there. Do you see that right there? Okay. I called the monster long. S&Ps ran about 30 handles on that, I believe. Let me just see if this is right. 30, what did it get down to here? Got down to the 48, 55. What was the low here? Let me just. Yeah, it ran about 40 handles here. Okay. Now you see why I called this long? Okay. Look at indicator 4, indicator 3. So this is a buy divergence in a negative trend, right? 15, 30, and 60-minute time frames are negative. You made the new low, deeply oversold. The MACD, you made a new low on the 15-minute time frame, but the MACD on the 15 did not confirm. I said, I'd buy everything. Buy them. Buy everything. Amazon, Microsoft, NVIDIA, the spiders, the Qs, the S&P futures. That pattern right there on the S&P futures, I would never have seen because the continuous contract has different math. It's 23 hours a day. I got that pattern based upon using the underlying ETF. That pattern, I can't even tell you how many people on my live stream jumped on board, saw the pattern with me. I said, look to buy here based upon this pattern. Now, I was only thinking maybe 10 to 15. They ran for about 35, 40. Then what happened? When they got overbought on the 15, I called the short during my live stream. I said, I've been looking to short the market off the 15, right? Now, watch this. You see the MACD positive here? I knew that you were not going to make a new low based upon this MACD positive. ADX was off. There's no selling pressure. So look what they did. Boom. The 15 reversed to buy, which now means you have either what's called a disconnect, one of the 3 time frames reversed to buy, or a buy reversal. Okay. And what do? We bought the S&Ps. Well, actually, I took the short here, okay, against the 30-minute. And then I took the long here around the 2:30 time period. Is that right? 2:30, 3 o'clock time period. Yeah, around here. And then they ran about 20 handles on the S&P. Guys, I've been doing this for a long time. What I'm able to do and to teach you is that this is exactly why I do my live stream. This is exactly why I'm so honored that Tradier asked me to do this for you and to be part of Tradier Hub, okay? And to host the show Back to the Futures. This is a great honor for me because I want to teach each and every one of you the importance of trading. Everything I do is based upon buy and sell divergences. You can have a trend, a buy reversal, a sell reversal, a correlation, and the disconnect of the 5 conditions. Each condition has a buy and a sell divergence. And that's exactly, so you have 5 conditions and 10 strategies, okay? So this is something I saw, boom, I called the short right here, boom, okay? Here's the pullback off the 15, that's 2. Here's the other short, 3. Here's the other short, 4. And here's the long 5. So 5 great patterns off the 15-minute time frame on Wednesday. Sorry, I'm getting today's Thursday, on Wednesday, okay? Once we're out of this, and then the next day off we have is January 20th, which is, I believe, Martin Luther King Day. But again, this is important. And again, this is video. Okay, if you want to talk to me, again, my number is 914-500-7484. I do host a live stream every day from 9 to 4. This is a great moment here for me to be able to teach each and every one of you. If you have any questions, please. A lot of times you may not want to ask a question on the stream. Today, somebody says to me, I have a really stupid question. No question is ever stupid. Okay, let's just go with that. Anyway, I want each and every one of you to have a great weekend. Okay, I will see you here on Tuesday at Back to the Futures. God bless you. Be consistent, and God bless the United States of America. Be well, everybody, and God bless.
You know how the financial world goes. Here comes the buzzkill. Please make sure to take some time to read this boring disclaimer. We will owe you one.